Well, hi there. Belmathuin here, bringing you a semi-automatic tree farm. Now, I don't know about you, but planting trees in a row, waiting for them to grow up, and then going out to collect it, way too slow. For my taste, anyway. So, I farted around this morning on my creative world, which is starting to fill up. And I came up with this farm from scratch. Now, if I take and plant any of the trees, except for dark oak. It doesn't work with dark oak because it has to be a 2x2. And spruce doesn't seem to work great in this. But, 2x2 spruce trees are also much better than 1x1s. Anyway, if I plant all those trees and I have all these dispensers full of bone meal, click that switch, I can fly up here, and there you could see all the saplings popping out of the leaves that were squashed down into hoppers. And then they wind up in here. So it's a fairly easy farm to put together. Pulling the lever with the saplings and the bone meal ready. And then after the logs squish the trees, you come in here and just burn right through these with a beacon nearby. When you pull this block up, it does make the pistons go again. So if any of these trees grew up after, like say that tree grew, the pistons fired, and then these trees grew afterwards, so they were still sticking out, the end of the process will take care of that. That one final fire before everything resets will it will eliminate those leaf blocks for you. And every piece of carpet you see here has a hopper underneath it. And then you just come to the chest, collect the saplings. You can wait for, if you're running low on saplings, you can just wait. Go do something else. Go check on your storage system or something else. And these will despawn. You'll get saplings into these hoppers. Like I just got another one. I just got 2 more. And then you're going to plant them down. Hit the switch. And watch the magic happen. Go through. So it's not fully automatic, but it's a lot quicker than planting down a row, waiting for it to grow. This allows you to plant a row of 10 saplings. I will show you real quick. It works amazing with Acacia. Acacia branching out in all those weird directions that ever bother you before. See, look at that. All the different directions. Oh, that pushes all the wood back in place for you. Let's get that noise out of here. Yeah. Makes it nice and easy, especially Acacia. Really helpful. Alright, so let's throw some jungle saplings in here. Sometimes some leaves come out here. Not a big deal. But yeah, it works really well with the jungle. Spruce seems to take a lot more bone meal. I don't know if because they're in a row, it's trying to search for a 4x4 option. Or a 2x2 option. But I'm thinking that might be it. The great thing is, there's already a tree there, so there's nothing to dispense the bone meal onto. You can see right here, none of this bone meal is being used. So, any of these dispensers clicking on an empty space or on a log that's already grown won't be using any bone meal. The ones trying to make these saplings grow will, however. Alright, let's give Birch a try. And as you can see, the birch also works great. So for birch, oak, acacia, and jungle, this farm is amazing. I'll be coming out with a 2x2 design later on for a 2x2 spruce and 2x2 dark oak. But I went ahead and I laid this out for us. That is the whole bottom layer. You can screenshot this, you can pause the video, but this is the entire first level. So the supplies you're going to need for this are going to be put up on your screen. You're going to have 272 logs, 273 sticky pistons, 154 repeaters, 167 redstone dust, 296 blocks or slabs of your choice. Any block that will accept redstone. So not glass, not glowstone, not sea lanterns, but any type of slab, any type of upside down stair would even work. You're going to need 1 comparator, 10 dispensers, 15 observers, 1 lever, 60 hoppers, 10 dirt, 48 carpet, and 2 chests. And that's everything you need to make this work. See, under each piece of carpet is a hopper. All of the hoppers chain down to this chest. The starting mechanism, real simple. It is a lever with a sticky piston, an observer facing away from the sticky piston, another observer facing towards the sticky piston, but with a space in between the 2 observers. And beyond that, you just have solid blocks with redstone and dispensers with repeaters facing into them. So far, I haven't found any need to adjust the tick speed on any of the repeaters. Now, technically, you could put this comparator in any one of these blocks right along here. And yes, they do place on top of hoppers. Let's see. So do the repeaters. Then I've got 4 repeaters coming off of the comparator on full delay. At the end of the repeater chain is a piece of redstone with an observer facing into it. The andesite and the half slabs can be any solid block of your choice or any slab of your choice. You just need a row of 2. There's 10 dispensers right there. You're going to have a double high row of sticky pistons facing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th block away from the dispensers. And it is going to be 14 wide. That means 2 past the dispensers on each end. Into the top sticky piston, repeater on the 2nd tick. That's important, or you'll leave the log behind. You definitely want to. Well, let me grab a log. All of these have to be covered in logs, and if that repeater is on the 1st tick still, it will leave that log behind when it grows. Let's see if I can show you real quick. See, just like that. Because of the way the observers send their pulse, you're going to want that on a 1 tick delay, or on the second notch. So you'll have that facing into each one. The ones on the ends are optional. I like to have them. You're going to have redstone going out in both directions. And at the end here, I threw a repeater in because the signal was going to be too long. The repeater is just there to push the signal further on. And the ends, it's the same thing. You can work this little bridge here however you want it, all the way out and over, or any combination thereof. Same on all these corners. Put a repeater with no delay, just to extend the pulse. And same there. And then I threw an extra one in right there because that's 14 blocks plus that is 15. That will assure that our redstone signal gets all the way around. That's the entire farm, basically. You have your dispensers. You have your way to make the dispensers spit out all of that lovely white bone meal. You have a way to detect when the tree has grown, and a way to transfer that signal up to the first layer that will crush the leaves in. You also have all your hoppers underneath all that carpet to collect all of your saplings. So the other layers, literally just sticky piston, 2 blocks, your choice. Could be slabs, can be full blocks, just has to be something you can place redstone down on. Then repeaters on the second tick, on the second delay, with redstone going into them. And right above, well, honestly, it could be anywhere. You could put these observers anywhere along this strand. I put them in the middle because I believe it's going to be faster with the signal. So it's just the observer facing down. When that redstone lights up, it will send its signal to this redstone, which will power that observer, which powers that redstone, which powers that observer, which powers that redstone, and all of them fire. That's pretty simple system. For the trees that I'm working with now, I went 11 high. This block right here is the 11th high. And then if you include the hoppers that are in the floor, you're looking at 12. So from the very bottom to the very top, you're looking at 12. Oh, and you don't have to build the little bridges in the corner all the way around because the observers take care of that. So this thing is 24 long by 15 wide, and that's to the outside of everything. So that's where you would build your walls. Like if you were making a hut out of this, you could build your walls on this grid that's 24 by 15. And then if you went 13 high, you could put a roof in. Well, actually, on 12 high, you could put the roof in. And along here, you will just, at the very end, go ahead and place the logs in. And the reason for these logs is that they will crush the leaf blocks. So, with all that being said, I hope you can make some use out of this farm in your own survival worlds. There's a lot of components that go to it, but none of it's real complicated. It's just a lot of repetition. As long as you know how to work an observer block, you should be able to pull this off pretty easily and save yourself a ton of time. A ton of time. I'm going to build this in my survival world. I'm going to tuck it down into the basement, and anytime I need any of the birch, oak, acacia, or jungle logs, I'm going to fire it up. I've already got all the bones I can handle, so I don't have to worry about that. So if you liked what you saw, if you learned something, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the down there, and I'll try to get a good answer to you as soon as I can. And until the next tutorial, hope everyone has a good night.